A2000 EST. Yeah, OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. You know when I fall, you know when I ride. Show me the way when it's dark outside. When I cannot breathe, you keep me alive. Can't do this alone, I need you by my side. You know my truth and you know all my lies. You know my heart and you know what I hide. Oh Lord, I give you my pride. When I think I can do it all on my own. You give me your eyes so I can see with a heart of a lion. Wings like an eagle, you want me to fly. You gave me back all my time, my love. Ain't nowhere to hide, ain't nowhere to run. Try to go to the skies. I know that you there when I lie down. You the sun when I rise, oh, oh. And I know that the dark won't hide me. I look up and your light shine, shining. Shine all around me. I was down in that dirt, but you found me. You know all of my days. You know me before I knew all your ways. Now you saw me out running them plays. Oh Lord, wait before I even change my life. When I wait, remember I wouldn't even pray at night. Used to win and gave your life. That's why I say I'll follow you for all of my life. Clean my mind, give me a brand new heart. Clean my mind, give me a brand. You know when I fall, you know when I ride. Show me the way when it's dark outside. When I cannot breathe, you keep me alive. Can't do this alone, I need you by my side. You know my truth and you know all my lies. You know my heart and you know what I hide. Oh Lord, I give you my pride. When I think I can do it all on my own. You give me your eyes so I can see with a heart of a lion. Wings like an eagle, you want me to fly. You gave me back all my time, my love. Ain't nowhere to hide, ain't nowhere to run. Try to go to the skies. I know that you there when I lie down. You the sun when I rise, oh, oh. And I know that the dark won't hide me. I look up and your light shine, shining. Shine all around me. I was down in that dirt, but you found me. You know all of my days. You know me before I knew all your ways. Now you saw me out running them plays. Oh Lord, wait before I even change my life. When I wait, remember I wouldn't even pray at night. Used to win and gave your life. That's why I say I'll follow you for all of my life. Clean my mind, give me a brand new heart. Clean my mind, give me a brand new. Clean my mind, give me a brand new heart. Clean my mind, give me a brand new.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another walkthrough. So today we'll be going over the trade reasoning, right, narrative, framework and the entries from today, why I took the trade. It is June 7th, 2023. So on the daily, we can see here that we've been consolidating here to, the regular eye. You might not look like a lot right here, but if we go and zoom into a lower time frame, you're going to see, a fractal that ICT has mentioned before in the 2022 mentorship, right? So what we previously have done is we ran buy side liquidity, right? And then we created a structure shift. All right, we took out a swing low after that. So this is like the 2022 model, right? Run liquidity, structure shift into fair value gap. So on the 1 hour time frame, which is my long-term perspective, I use this for basically narrative, right? And so narrative, we're either going to be trading from efficiency to liquidity pool, inefficiency to liquidity pool, right? So we took out buy side liquidity, then we created market structure shift. Now we're looking for a fair value gap, okay, to then go lower. So we have a fair value gap right here within the order block. So we just draw that out, right? And so this was my key level for today. All right, this is my key level for today. I was anticipating price to trade from the fair value gap back down to the last liquidity point that we had, right, which was London sell side liquidity right here. All right, so that was basically my narrative and what I was looking for in the higher time frames, right? So then we can go and get some framework. On the 15-minute time frame, we see that we formed a swing high right here. All right, and we basically closed, within that fair value gap, right? We delivered buy side and sell side within it. All right, so I have that swing point which is basically my framework, right? We see here that we traded higher, okay? And I'm going to draw this out for you, right? And we check out this high and formed another high. So if we're anticipating this to be a classical intermediate term high, which we like to form our trade setups on, then trading, in line with this and trading on a failure swing would basically be ideal and what we want to do, right? And so that's what, I anticipate to happen. I anticipate us to get that failure swing there. So that's my framework, okay? I'm framing it off of this logic. And now the 5 minute, basically my confirmation and, where the entries come in, right? So we see that we have a large, range candle formed here with volatility. And whenever I have a large candle, all right, I want to be looking at the fair value gap, that formed it, and if we're going to close below 50%. So I just drew my fib from the, the low, right, of that fair value gap to the high, and I want to see it close below 50% to be comfortable shorting. And so we got to close below 50%, right, with this candle at 850, right, and after that I was comfortable shorting. So what I did was I went down to the 1 minute and I got my, entries, right? We also had this fair value gap on the 5 minute within the 1 hour fair value gap, right? Which is nested there, which is basically what we want to see. All right, this gives more confluence when we're getting a trade, and this is what we want to see for entries. Okay, so that was the fair value gap I used for my entry, and then everything else was from the 1 minute, right? So overall, this was a market maker sell model. Okay, we basically had sell side liquidity building up all overnight, right, all the way from 3 a.m. Sell side liquidity was building up right here, and that's basically what we want to be targeting. All right, that's basically what we want to be targeting, and that's my narrative, right? That's also the lows I was looking for to get taken out. So we trade up aggressively. We got that close below where I want to see it happen in the 50%, and retrace back up since for value gap. So I went short here, right? I went short right there, and I was targeting lower prices. I framed my stop loss, okay, above these highs, since I didn't want to see these highs get taken out again because we already closed below, right, that 50%. So that acts as further confirmation that we don't need to take out these highs. All right, and we also have this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency right here where we need bodies to close. All right, we need sell side in that range. So I was anticipating price to go lower, right? So I got entry right here, and then once we broke lower, okay, then it's just premium and discount, following just the expansions, consolidations, right, to my objective. That's what I'm looking for. And also retracements. We're not looking for any reversal, all right, within the market condition, because we're looking for price to trade the narrative. So all I want to see, to happen is expansions, retracements, and then consolidations basically happening within my framework to my overall target, right? So we see we have, right, this leg right here, price, we retrace higher, okay, and this is the fair value gap right here that it retraces back into since retracement seek imbalances, right? Trades back into here, and then we trade lower. Now it expands lower right here, okay, and we take out a low, all right? We form a fair value gap at that low, and that's where I said I wanted to see price, okay, stay heavy, all right, since we're actually trading, below this overall range that we were within, all right, when we opened up in New York. And so I want to see it stay heavy below that. So what happened here is we formed basically a rebalance intermediate term high right here, and that order block was then used to send price lower, which is what I wanted to see, right, when I was live, reading the tape. And that that basically expanded lower right here off that order block and into my objective, which is what I wanted to see happen, right? So overall, that is the reasoning behind why I took the market maker sell model, right? Very clean delivery today, and this is what you want to wait for. This is an A+ delivery. All right, you want to be, journaling, and make sure you're journaling different type of deliveries within your model to see which is A+ and what you like to put more risk on, right? So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you got any value from this, and be sure to stay updated for the next video that's dropping soon.